We have Malu here somewhere, do we not?
Yes,
Is Malu.
I'm here. I'm here.
Malu is our poster child for showing what you can achieve. For someone who came in and answered phone calls at reception and worked her way up. So what's your latest title now, Malu?
Deputy Chairperson of QNED Industry. Thank you.
Wow. Heavy, right? Guys. And she proves that point, that you can be anyone that you want to be. You can be any position that you aspire, as long as you are simply perseverant, persistent, and patient. And Malu, your journey has been amazing. We have heard it many, many times, but most of all, I think the most powerful thing Malu brings to the table today is not her journey from, zero to where she is right now, but her journey with her life. Malu basically had to deal with the other C, so to speak. Your problem is the big C, which I'm concerned about all the time, the comfort zone. That's killing you, all of you guys. In one form or another, a comfort zone. Don't smile at me, all right? You know it's happening, you know it's real, and you know that's the only thing pulling you down, the comfort zone. But the other C is so-called cancer. To be able to survive that takes a real courage of a warrior. Are you with me? And Malu is back here with us, striving, and is as much of a warrior as anyone could be. Malu, you have to take this from us, Malu. For empowering all of us here, thank you so much.
Thank you, Dadasri. I'm very, very grateful to be here, Dadasri. Thank you.
Thank you, Malu.
Dadasri, I'm very grateful for you and Mr. Bismarck and for everyone. Thank you so much.
I think you have already heard from Chief. But the best I can do, there's a lot attributed to what I've been able to change and the people that have allowed me to change. But the best I can do is to be a clarion call. The best I can do is stand up here and shout at you. But believe me, that's what has worked for me. I went through a greater part of my life totally oblivious to what I could be. Someone shouted, and I heard it. But it's probably the same shout that I've been going on in my head or around me since I was a child. But this time around, it hit me. And I realized there is so much more I could do. Hence, I'm doing the same thing, paying it forward to each and every one of you. I may be doing this 23 years, but if I keep on doing it, I will be doing it for the rest of my life. And that is to say, be the best that you can be. To do anything else is a disservice to yourself. To do anything else is not recognize that gift that He has given you of life itself. To do anything else is not a service to the children that you have brought into this world. To live less than you can be is so sad. Because the one place that you will regret it, 100%, I guarantee you right now, is when you don't have it anymore. And I'm saying this again and again, and I sound like a networker, but then that's what I am. First and foremost, I'm a networker, so I'm talking to you as a networker first. Are you with me?
Yes, Dato.
I've done my corporate speech. So from the networking side, I'm saying to you, wake up, arise, awake, achieve. I don't care if it's 23 years old, but let me repeat it again. Arise, awake, achieve. That's the words that must ring in your ears. The first mantra, arise, awake, achieve. And what do you do? How do you go past all your obstacles, deal with them, challenges that come your way? They constantly come up. And they come up in a way or a fashion you can never expect. It comes up, with you being totally oblivious to it, but it is right there in front of you. And the only way past it is to adapt, adjust, accommodate. You have heard this again. Adapt, adjust, accommodate. So you start with arise, awake, achieve, then you go on to adapt, achieve. Adapt, adjust, accommodate. And these need to ring in your ears somewhere. And you need to have patience, persistence, perseverance. Because that's essentially the attitude. When you rush it, it fails. We are here for 23 years because fast is slow, slow is fast. Patience, persistence, perseverance. And it's necessary. Absolutely. And ultimately, you have to have some daring. You have to have determination. And you have to be dedicated. What else is there for you to do? When we look back at life, it is not about the wonderful photographs that you have lost in all the photo albums. Nowadays, no more photo albums, It's in your iPhone. It's even worse. Because at least photo albums, you take it out every once in a while and dust it. Now it goes into iCloud, and from iCloud, it's down there, lost in the clouds. There's so much crap up there in iClouds right now, I don't think anyone will ever find anything. And there lies your memories, your treasured memories in photographs. Is that what your legacy is? A bunch of photographs? Looking back at memories and saying, oh, this has been fun and games. No. Your achievement should be lifeblood. It should be in the legacy of your children, in the legacy of the people you have mentored and guided, in the legacy of what you have built. Living, breathing legacies. And therein lies our path as networkers. We have looked at all of the things that have improved our business, product, plan, right? We have tried to perfect the company, perfect this, perfect that, worked on systems and kept on working in systems. Every time I sit with the We Partners, every time I sit with all of you, that's been what it's all about. Nobody comes to me and says, how do we perfect the people? They come to me and say, perfect the product, perfect the delivery, perfect, this, that, and the other. That's what the corporate side is there to do. What you have to do, your greatest treasure is your people. You build your people and your people will build you. It's as simple as that. I have intrinsically believed in this. I continue to believe in this. And I'm saying to you after 23 years, to heck with everyone else. This is the only way forward. So my treasure, if you like, is not in some bank account somewhere. My wealth, if you like, is not in some bank account, some asset, some land, and all of this is total garbage. Why is it garbage? I like it when Japa used to tell me it's garbage. In the early days, Japa was very switched on, He had just come out of this monastic existence, and that was a totally heavy Japa. So when I talk to him, because I have to make this, presentation to him every few months about how much we have earned, this, that, and the other, because I was the MD. So I had this duty to basically sit before the directors and tell them what we have done. Japa would fall asleep. So I said to him, this is all this money that we have got, sitting here in this account, that account, that account. And Japa would say to me, Vijay, why are you talking to me about garbage? The old Japa. And I hope now, I don't know what Japa is like. We'll have to find out when he comes back online, huh, Paman?
Still same, Vijay. I'm still the same
He's
person.
here, man. He's here, listening carefully to what you're saying.
And the old Japa would say to me, this is just garbage. He
Yes.
doesn't want to know all those things. You know why we are partners for 23 years? Or maybe 25 years now. Japa does.
Yeah.
You never read the fine print.
Nope. I know you're not gonna cheat me, so
How can I cheat you with monopoly money? Japa will say, this is monopoly money. You know, all of this is just paper, you know, and throw it aside. I totally love it when he says that because it sets me on the ground. You know, it sets my feet on the ground. That's what Japa does for me all the time. You know, every time that, you know, we get together and I want to talk business, he says, let's sit down and meditate. You know, and Japa will have some rosary breed, and we'll be going in a car somewhere, traffic jam, very heavy, and I'm getting very frustrated because in Manila, in the middle of a traffic jam, those days, moving at 6 inches an hour was very good. It's just crawling. You could get down and walk faster. But there we were driving, and Japa would be cool. Like a cucumber holding his rosary beads. So I'll turn around and say, Japa, why are you not getting upset? He says, no, now I get to catch up on all my rounds. I have my time to do, you know, catch up with all of my things I haven't done today. So, see, Japs, we're sharing these secrets after so long.
yeah.
So you see, ultimately, people come up to me and say whether or not business and spirituality, isn't there conflict? I mean, how do we deal with that? And I say no. If you cannot be truly spiritual in what you do, you cannot be successful in any kind of business. Because business is about sustainability, continuability, if you like. It has to be sustainable. It has to create legacy. It has to make a difference in the world that we live in. And how can that all be possible if you are not able to see it from a spiritual point of view? Because all of this that we have right now is just basically His gifts to us. So here we are playing with this. It is actually what we gain in this process that becomes all the more important. All right? It's the skills that we acquire that become more important. The reason we are who we are is because we are successful. You cannot be successful in business without acquiring patience, persistence, perseverance, daring, determination, dedication. You cannot. So all of those skills that you acquire help make you a better person. Serving to lead helps making you a better person. So ultimately, while you're doing all of this and it looks like hard work, you must be having the best time of your life. You must simply love what you do. That's the secret, the trick, if you like. Because every day then becomes a joy. You don't feel like you're going to work. If you feel you're going to work every day, you're doing something wrong. Because then you're working for your salary. That salary is never going to place any kind of value on you. Whatever you're earning, whether it's in terms of commission checks or salary, cannot place value on the time you have spent. Is it worth the 1 month you have lost? 1 month has just gone by and you're getting a check for it and you're thinking that it's some kind of value. It's not. Because if it was your last month, how much will you take for it? So the question here is, what have you gained through that process? Have you become a better leader, a better person? Have you worked on your relationships? Have you learned how to control yourself? Has your anger destroyed more than it has actually brought to the table? Or is your anger commanding you? Are you a slave of your mind or its master? Those are the questions that are fundamentally important. And that's why I've spoken about this repeatedly. But then I'm getting too serious again. So perhaps we need to lighten the mode a little bit. What do you think, Baman?